Hello, everybody. Dorothy Morgan here. Thank you for joining me today. I'm a professional astrologer. We're going to talk about the energy, what we have to work with astrologically for June 23rd. So how we can use this in everyday life. What are we going to witness? Potentially what you can use, how you can use it. What is our focus? Always good to have some insight, and astrology helps us out with that. For example, I'm recording this on the 22nd. Today, the moon and Mars are conjunct in Aries. How did that work out for you? Right? Let me know below. For me today, because my Mars is at 22 Aries, this conjunction's 21 Aries, I think I might have actually got mad for a second today. So far, I'm just home all day working, doing this kind of stuff, working with clients. But something maybe got me a little angry, but not for long. I just had to get it out, boom, done. So I'm aware of the potential of what these aspects can do. And that's what the purpose of this is for you. I don't talk about the ascendant and midheaven, and I don't talk about personal zodiac signs. I don't even use the houses because I'm going to share my screen. For the very reason is I've just picked a moment in time, and that moment in time is just noon Eastern Daylight Time for my latitude and longitude. However, noon for me is 9 a.m. for West Coast. Planets will be in different places, right? Or 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. over in the UK. Planets will be in different places. So I don't talk about that, but I do talk about this moment in time, what's going on. So let's get started. The moon in the sign of Taurus right now, moon is exalted in that sign, and that means it's a favorite place for the moon to be. Every planet will move through every zodiac sign at some point in time. And so the energy of that planet has to express itself through that sign, The first sign that the moon is most favorable in is the sign it rules, Cancer. The second most favorable sign is the sign of Taurus. It's very earthy, very grounded. So when the moon is in the sign of Taurus, we are all feeling either the need to be grounded, where our values, what's important to us, we're examining that and we're trying to figure that out. And with it making a sextile to the sun is at 2 Cancer, the moon is at 2 Taurus. Again, this lunar phase that we're in, it's phase 7 out of 8. We're not quite to the balsamic phase. We're at the very last crescent moon. So the energy of this represents that last quarter. What are we finishing up? So go at it like this, the moon in Taurus. So personally, what am I finishing up? What loose ends am I tying up? How am I finishing projects? I'm a Gemini, if you didn't know. Let me give you an example. I think I did this the other day. I'm not going to show it so you can see what's these notes. All of these are different notes of things I need to do. And it's just the pile's getting thick and messy. That's a to-do list. That's a to-do list. That is things I need to tie up, and they're important things. Do you have that too? Look at what's going on around you. See if you need to tie up some loose ends. And really going to be focusing on the things that are important and what you value. So tying up loose ends around some things that are important and what you value. Some of this is some marketing. Some of this is some stuff for, mostly working stuff. That's basically all I do. So there is that. And I want you to tell me too, yesterday, I am going to post this on the 22nd. The moon and Mars conjunct in Aries. How did that work out for you? Tell me how that felt. Did you see anger? Did you feel anger? Did you feel excitement? Did you find courage? Yeah. So those are the things. Let me know how that worked out for you. So back to this, sun and moon are in a sextile, water energy, earth energy, feminine receptive. So we have that. So be open to receiving information, be open to finishing up lots of things, or even maybe just one thing, really tying up loose ends. The new moon is next week. I'll get to that as soon as possible. All these daily videos and tons of clients make it a little hard for me to get these things too far ahead. So how you want to use this? I want to use it in a very productive way. Another thing that we have going on today is the sun is making its semi-square. It looks like this right here. So that's a 45-degree angle. So it's half a square called a semi-square. So the sun is semi-square Uranus today. And this can create a little friction because the sun in Cancer means we're focusing on family, we're focusing on how we feel, and we're really needing to tap into our emotions. That 45-degree angle to Uranus, however, can create some dysfunction, some stress, and some tension. But the bonus, again, the benefit of everything else that's in the chart is the sun and the moon are in a sextile. That's easy. That smooths things over easily. So if there is some discomfort and friction, you should be able to move through it quickly. Both Uranus and the sun are feminine energies. So there's that Cancer, there's that earthy Taurus. So water and earth, just like the moon, water and earth, that is feminine, which is the yin, which is receptive. So we can receive information. So basically, don't fight against some of the things that you might see today. Don't fight against it. Just let it woosah. It comes from a movie somewhere. I can't remember. My daughter uses that all the time. I don't remember. You guys will tell me. All right, that's the astrology for Thursday, the 23rd. And now I didn't mention this when we started. And if you guys who are new, I'm going to do some Astro Dice and some cards. And if you're new, please subscribe and, make comments below because I answer them all. I don't have an assistant. And the Astro Dice, we're just going to roll them. It gives us additional content for the day. So Spirit, what is it that you'd like us to know? And if you like, you can ask a question at this point in time in your own head as to what kind of insight you might get from this. And I just rolled it and it's an Aries. Oh, Pluto and Aries in the 7th house. Wow, is that specific? When I see Pluto and Aries in the 7th house, this tells me that there is a person. The 7th house is the partnerships, right? So I guess I'll start there and we'll go back through. So that means this is not true for everybody. Remember, not everything is going to resonate with everybody. Pluto in the 7th house is power and control in a partner. In the sign of Aries, that means either you're needing that power and control and it's time for you to step up and take it and find that courage, or somebody else is doing that to you. Or if that's not what's going on in your life, that means if you don't have a relationship that feels like a power struggle, then also look at what matters to you in the world, whether it's politics, medicine, whatever. Then this could be an opportunity for you to take some charge in some area. So you can feel that Aries energy. So you can feel like you're being heard, right? Because that Pluto, Aries, 7th house. Some sort of evolution or some sort of evolutionary change in what it is that's important to you within the dynamic of partnerships and relationships, or in the dynamic of finding some equilibrium in your life. And astrology gives us this insight. The specifics gives us, is from where certain things are happening in our own personal chart. All right. So the astrology I just gave us is something overall for all of us. Why each of us will experience it differently. I don't do the astrology for each individual zodiac signs because that's not accurate. If you want accurate, you will want to have a reading, birth date, time, and place. But that's just what other people do, and I'm not other people, which is probably why I don't have a lot of views. People want to know about them. I want you to take charge of your own life and use the energy that you hear and that vibrates you. And warrior of the heart comes up. So to me, that's like, I'm not doing what other people do. Just this is how I see it from my own personal story. I'm not doing it how other people do. And YouTube just sort of chugs along. Facebook sort of just chugs along. It just, it's the hare or the turtle or the hare, the tortoise and the hare. There we go. And so the reason I mentioned that is just taking your time, going slow. And for those of you who watch this regularly, especially, there's a few of you I can think of, the warrior of the heart is like, this is, again, it reminds me that it's like, take charge where you are passionate. Step into what you're passionate about. That's what that warrior of the heart is. All right. I'll be back tomorrow with the weekend forecast, but tomorrow, June 24th, is a very important day. So I will post it in the evening, the night before. So keep an eye out for that, because there's a lot to talk about and some other events that are going on at the end of July, which is really significant. So we're going to talk about that. All right. I will see you then. Blessings, everybody. Namaste.